Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Thaumaturge. To the Thaumaturge, rather. Before we get into it, do be advised: the content warning here uh, is not for no reason. This game takes place in early 20th century Poland. There do be a lot of hot takes. Um, I've seen another playthrough of this game, and there do be a lot of ye olde anti-Semitism. Why is my... Oh, now my controller is working. Good. Now, let us make the volume into something listenable. And something where my voice doesn't get completely drowned out. And yeah, this is my first time booting the game. I should have probably tested this beforehand. Oh well. Yeah. It's best to disable this setting. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't like it. Okay, anything else that I want to change? Should be fine. Okay, defaulted to high, should be fine. Okay, yeah, so let's go for the Thaumaturge. This is a very nice game that I have been checking out on another channel. It was described as Disco Elysium meets Persona. Disco Elysium with Persona combat. I have never played Persona games, however, I do very much love Disco Elysium. So, yes please. Thaumata is a word deriving from Greek. It means miracles. A thaumaturge, or a temporomancer, is one able to discover secrets lingering in persons or places. They recognize flaws or stigmas imprinted on the human psyche and can bring them to the surface. Are they a doctor of souls? It is impossible to fully name the essence of a thaumaturge without being born one.
For years I've been seeing you in my dreams, and lately more and more. I know it's you, but I can no longer recognize your face. I don't know if I'd recognize you if I saw you. I hope your condition hasn't worsened much since you last wrote. I can hardly imagine what a nightmare you're going through. Remember, you're not alone. I'm sure our father would be happy to help, if only you asked him. I assure you that for now, I haven't said a word to him about your search or your health, just as you requested. He doesn't know your intention, and with God as my witness, he'll not find out from me. I know you think the only thing that can help you is a miracle. But such itinerant miracle workers, preachers, and folk mystics often take advantage of those in grave condition who are desperate or seeking help. I hope the man you're pursuing can actually ease your mind. But if not, remember that in the end, we will find a way to help you. Just because we can't see it now, does not mean it doesn't exist. Send word as soon as you get there. I want to know you are safe. With as much love as I have. Ligia.
Could you spare a moment for me? I'd like to send a telegram.
Of course. Pardon me, sir, but are you feeling all right?
Yes, thank you.
You're not looking your best.
Thank you.
What's your message?
Should I be an asshole? I cannot. It is so tempting.
Take this down, please. Arrived. Very beautiful views. People honest at first glance. Sincerely, your barely living cripple.
I didn't mean to cause offense.
Well, then strike that, please. Take this down, please. Arrived. I think I have found him. I hope he will receive me. I will write as soon as I am able.
And payment?
On receipt.
Anything to add at the end?
Should we tell our father to fuck off? No, say hello to Legia. Okay, what does right trigger do? Oh, right trigger gives me the log. This is useful. Nice. Greetings to Legia.
Please add, my love to you, my sister.
Touching.
Didn't ask you shit.
From whom?
My name is Viktor Szulski. Szulski. And Victor with a W, not a V.
Interesting name. Where's this headed?
Warsaw. Russia.
Ah, yes.
And this is supposedly Georgia. Russia here and Russia there. Russia everywhere. On every map.
Maps change.
Indeed.
I know. Let's get on with it.
Pardon?
I was talking to myself. Which way to the village?
The coachman is picking up the mail. Maybe he'll give you a ride.
Thank you.
Loony.
Hey. Yeah, probably. Here we are. Yes, Victor, you're not looking your best. You're not dead, just mostly dead. We're here to find Miracle Max. Not sure how. I'll try only reading the things that seem most relevant. Okay, tell me how perception works. Ah, yes. The finger snaps. And he does actually snap his fingers every time I press the button. Project events of August 29th. Sensitive Tiflis. Ah, yes, some Cossacks doing some political repression. What's not to love? Early 20th century Russian Empire, am I right?
Hello. Are you going to the village by any chance?
Hello there. Where else? There's nowhere to go here, sir. The station, the village, and the cemetery. That's all. A horse can't go any higher.
The village is what interests me.
Well, if you've got reason to be there, climb in.
Is there a healer in your village?
So is it just locals living in the village?
Who else would want to live in a shithole like this?
I actually meant, is there anyone visiting, a guest?
Ah, you came for some healing. Well, he's no guest here. He's been here months, my friend. The people are tormented, so he's sure got folks to heal.
Where might I find him?
I bet he's still in the tavern. He prays this time of day. Oh, he prays a heck of a lot. You getting in, or what?
Sure thing.
I'd be grateful.
Always nice to have someone to shoot the breeze with. Nothing to see around here. This is everything. Hard to get lost in this place. Head to the tavern over there, past the little square, up the steps. They'll tell you where the preacher's at. Or this time of day, he'll be there himself.
Thank you.
Okay, time to find this mysterious preacher. Who could it possibly be? 1905 Russian Empire. Mysterious healing preacher. Protective charm made of strange sticks and feathers, supposed to protect the residents from the influence of evil powers. Ah, some communist propaganda. Fantastic.
Gentlemen, is this the tavern here?
Hey, Putnik. You coming from far?
Indeed, I'm tired.
Nice boots. Are they warm?
Actually, I have particularly warm boots. Thanks.
And sooner or later, these might kick their arses.
Don't tempt me, Luca. Don't tempt me. Give me a sec. Got to sort out formalities with this tourist.
It's your snummy. We are the Tsar's soldiers.
Those don't look like soldiers' faces. Closer to thieves.
I don't think he'll talk to us voluntarily.
Bad. Okay, yes, start the fight. Planned attack. We can take him out in one punch, but it's slow. Might be worth it. But yeah, it does mean that he gets to hit me first. And also, there's the guy with a knife. Shit. But I do get to do a planned attack. Yes, I do get to set off the attack before he attacks me, so... Still, not great. Yeah, let's just quick attack, it's fine.
There's the Ruskies right. They won't report us. They'll be too embarrassed to admit some cripple got the better of them.
Thank you. anything else of interest over here? I do have a thaumaturgy point. Um, sure, mind. Why not? Restores my focus. Sure, let's put us on the quick attack. Wait, sounds like a good idea.
Good boy.
Pet the dog. That was not petting the dog. That was praising the dog. Acceptable. News from Yerevan. Ah, there's a fucking Bonaparte in Armenia. Yes, yes. I'll go where I'm supposed to in time. First, I must explore. Okay, fine.
Forgive me, sir. Is your name Grigory Efimovich Rasputin?
Look who it is. The sexed pest himself.
I forgive you.
I'm sorry. It's just I've been looking for you for a very long time, and...
And you expected a thinking simpleton, an illiterate who swindles sick people and claims he can speak to God himself. I already said I forgive you.
Yes, I've heard. Especially in Petersburg. I've also heard about the healings, even hopeless cases. Inexplicable ones.
And what do you believe in?
I want to see for myself.
If you help me, I'll believe all of it. And please believe me when I say I've tried everything short of a miracle. And I know the meaning of that word. I'm a Thaumaturge.
Where are you coming from?
Warsaw.
I'm from Warsaw.
So, from Russia.
Poland.
Exactly.
From which Poland? The Russian one, the German one, or the part that belongs to Austria?
From Warsaw.
Do you have a name?
Viktor Szulski.
On my path, I've already come across people who've lied to me about their problems, and then gone around calling me a charlatan. After them, others arrived, with pitchforks and torches, and I had to endure insults and spit in my face, or flee for my life. And now you say you're a wizard from an imaginary country that no one has seen on a map in over 100 years. Forgive my amusement. I haven't had my first coffee yet.
I forgive you, and I'm still asking for help.
Prove you're a Thaumaturge, and I'll hear what you have to say.
No, I will admit no such thing.
What would you like me to do, sir?
I've met a few of your kind, so I know what you're capable of. Find something in this tavern that belongs to me, and tell me something only I could know.
First, I need to have something personal that belongs to you to learn your trace. It's a sort of pattern I'll use to recognize the other objects.
Smell this.
Hey, prayer beads. The zeal gushing from the beads impregnates the wool better than the tallow from the owner's strong fingers. The object pulses with a mixture of blue rapture, purple passion, and graphite fierceness. The touch of the beads burns, but it also attracts. And it belongs to Rasputin. Rasputin has a magnificent zeal and passion. He is a man with an attractive personality. Well, that's one way to describe him. Strong and fierce, who is easy to follow. One just has to be careful not to get burned by the flame of his ardor. Ah, yes, indeed.
Have you figured anything out yet?
I'll return to you in a moment.
I can hardly wait.
Okay, time to work.
Let's take a look around. Something is off.
They do not have word dimension.
Who would have thought there were such layers of passion within him?
Fairbrook vibrates with the languishing moan of the light. Interesting. The touch of silk, the scent of courtly powder, but that which is soft and warm is also pierced by the thorns of impending separation and longing. Rasputin's passions. Who would have thought that this priest had such passions? Surprisingly, the mask of a healer conceals an outstanding lover. Yes, the Moscow chicks, he was such a lovely dear. Irresistible to women's hearts and bodies. Perhaps this is one of his healing methods. Ah, yes. Of course. A healing method. What's it? No. Okay, that's the entry for Rasputin.
Rasputin is an exceptionally colorful character.
The thought was created by the precise lashes of the whip. The first bloody welts were the reckoning of the wrongs suffered. The ones that followed spawned precise plans for revenge. The freshest ones are steeped in calculated analysis and in waiting for the right opportunity. Rasputin is an exceptionally colorful character. Yes, again, that's one way to put it. He sees this practice aimed at penance and the struggle against human passions as the perfect opportunity to recall the wrongs he has suffered and to plot bloody revenge. Do not have the skills to learn the rest.
What have you learned, wizard?
Well, you're a zealous man. It permeates every level of your personality, your faith, your abilities.
Not such an impressive discovery.
I haven't finished yet. In Petersburg, you left behind a very devoted and very young lady-in-waiting.
At least one, my friend.
You are full of bitterness and resentment toward those who forced you to leave Petersburg. It torments you even in your dreams.
I have no control over my dreams, but I doubt it takes magical powers to guess I'm not fond of those who drive me away from somewhere. Have a seat.
Damn.
Tell me
Rasputin
again, why were you looking
will
for...
remember this. That does not sound good.
I can't help but ask you about that young lady from Petersburg.
Careful. I'm starting to like you. But not enough to tell you about Petersburg. How do you think I might help you?
A few years ago, I attempted to catch a wild saluter, and that ended with me losing contact with my first saluter. That means I can't develop my abilities. I know that my Uber is there. Sometimes he shows himself, but I can't feel the link anymore. Generally speaking, I'm losing it more and more each day. If it disappears, my mind... I'll lose my sense of reality. I'll fall into madness.
I don't know if I can help you.
Well, let's not feed our pride too much.
I don't have much dignity left. I'm prepared to beg for your help.
That won't be necessary, Victor. I meant I don't know if I'm able to help you. My gift is something I've received from God. Some I've helped, others I can't say. And I've never treated a Thaumaturge.
Maybe just do the same with me as with the others.
We can try. Focus on my voice. You are safe. As long as you can hear my voice, you are safe. Let me gaze into your mind. Let me see through your eyes. Let me...
Sure, I want to let Grigory Rasputin in. Doesn't sound like the best of ideas.
Where am I? Rasputin. There's no one in here. I need to get out of here.
Okay, nothing
What is this sound?
here that I can pick up.
Shackles?
You're blind. You've never grasped the science of spotting the perfectly obvious. Can you still not see?
What do I supposedly not see?
Flaw clouds your vision. It always has. Pride. Your damned pride and sense of superiority.
I must have gotten that from you, Father.
You'll lose, idiot. You always do. You're even losing against yourself. You can't see, but can you at least hear? You're weak, stupid, and blind. Do you hear me? Do you? Do you?
I can see, Father. Clearly.
Will you be lying there much longer? I wanted to sweep.
Where's Rasputin?
In the cemetery, chasing away evil spirits and giving people comfort. You all right?
Yes, absolutely.
I wanted to sweep.
I'm just heading out. It's so good to see you again. And something else. I saw him clear as day. It wasn't a vision. It was a saluter, unbound by a pact. A wild one. And if so, that means there's someone in the village with a flaw that's attracting it.
You talking to me?
I was praying.
I wanted to sweep.
Yes. Sweep all you like. Sure. Word. Just get the brains. Oh, I can no longer grab the plate. Okay, I want the brain skills. Also. 50% chance of interrupting. Actually, I'll put that on my quick attack. And sure, Let's restore focus when removing focus from the enemy. Sounds like a good combination. Let's explore. Something here.
What do we have here?
They'll go gawk, but without lifting a finger. Just, Vesna will bring it, Vesna will help. But if Vesna needs help with something, there's nobody to be found.
What just happened? Windows? Just saw a Windows notification pop up and then go away for some reason. I'm sure it's nothing.
That's not yours, don't touch. All these newcomers causing more problems.
Dropped apple. Vesna has left her distinct trace on the fruit. Consists of a heart fluttering in panic and a throat painfully clenched. A bite of this apple would taste of pure fear. Interesting. Does not sound like a very tasty apple. Thing here.
Am I sensing?
No, that's talking to people. I want to explore it more.
Am I sensing?
Wooden box, hand carved, elaborately painted. The box is marked with words of love. Sweet as kisses, the names of Vesna and Luca intertwined, cuddling tenderly against the wood, against the delicate carvings, trying to protect them from the damp rain, from all the evil the world carries with it. Okay, what else can I discover? Though it's already become moldy from disuse, it carries the memory of the spirit of the one who wielded it. A lawyer by choice with a disposition as tart as juniper berries. The shaft is overgrown with the thorns of bitter words, but there are others warm, delicate as rose petals. They betray a love for someone who's not afraid of thorns, a love that is difficult but not accepting of violence. The shards. The broken ceramic trembles with anger and frustration. The quarrel erupted suddenly, spewing out a pile of mutual complaints and grievances. It is sweet and pungent tastes, stupefied, compelled, screaming, finger-pointing, and hurting. The frenzy lasted until all involved were out of breath. Okay, domestic squabbles. In this house lives a married couple who do not mince their words. They argue violently, loudly, until they are out of breath, but they persist together despite everything. Anything else we can learn? Let us talk to these people then.
Thaumaturge never fails me. There is something here.
Let's examine this first. Salt on the doorstep. For protection.
Thaumaturge.
Dead goose. Someone or something strangled this goose. From the goose's twisted neck follows the anger and passion of the person who slaughtered the poor bird. The wave of emotions carries no desire for meat or feathers, only the sour taste of envy and the desire for all of Bogdan's property to go to hell.
Over my dead body. I reject this verdict.
Well, I expected as much, and he wanted to come see you himself. He was first to judge.
I said what I said, and I won't change my mind. Go away. You're attracting gawkers.
Not gawkers. A witness. And let him listen. He'll see it fairly. Sir, this liar and thief here stole a memento of my mother. And this witch says I'm supposed to hand my goose over to him too?
Because you strangled mine. Now what do I care about some trinkets your mother left you?
Because we already know you strangled the goose, but you still haven't proved that Bogdan stole your pendant.
Where is the justice here?
That goose lies between the quarreling peasants. The obvious bone of contention here, if the wise woman is to settle the dispute, she'd better do it quickly. It will come to fisticuffs in a moment. It seems neighbors quarreled over a goose strangled in an act of revenge, a classic of the genre. I do not have a heart.
Why don't you relax and listen to the words of a wise woman?
Well, all in all...
Oh, I can. Good.
I'm sorry, Bogdan.
Come inside and tell me what you're doing here.
Yes, ma'am. Finish letter.
The villagers seem to have a certain respect for you, ma'am, so I wanted to ask your help with something.
I'm not getting any younger, boy. Talk before I drop dead.
I will be back.
Well then, I hope you'll still be alive when I get back, madam.
Must first explore. Anything else over here? Let's go talk to Rasputin first.
Excuse me. I need to get to the local cemetery. Could you give me a lift?
I've only just come back from the post office this morning. I'm not getting the horse going again. Back to the cemetery. It's not like anyone there is going to run away. And look, my horse is more dead than alive.
Coachman doesn't want to take me to the cemetery. If I use my power, I should be able to change his attitude.
I'll be right back.
Manipulation. Sure thing. The shovel still showed traces of mud and ice. The coachman had to free the wagon's wheels from a soft soil that had engulfed them. Rag reeked with the sour odor of fatigue. Attempts to free the wheel from the soft soil made the spine crack like a fishbone, and the muscles burn with fire, and no one would help. Such was his job, such was his fate. The coachman is tired and weary. He's worked hard at unloading the wagon alone, and all he dreams of is a moment of rest. I can relieve his suffering. Yes, how nice of me.
I'm not going anywhere.
Totally not for my own benefit.
Maybe you'll change your mind and drop me off at the cemetery after all.
Well, on the other hand, this place isn't much more exciting than the cemetery, and I meant to take the horse out for a ride, so get on.
Fantastic. What can I find?
You will be mine, secret.
We do not have the deed. Well, that can be fixed. We have a skill point. Elder Vasili's grave. Stone strikes against stone, heavy guided by a hateful hand. The blow carries anger, despair, chaos. The tombstone cracks and crumbles. But it is not enough. Death is not enough. Vandalizing a grave is not enough. Nothing will ever be enough. Interesting. Nothing else?
You're alive. Does that mean I helped, Thaumaturge?
Sure, let's explain.
I see him. My Uper. He's back. I can feel our bond growing stronger as each moment passes.
I'm happy for you, but do restrain your joy. We're in the cemetery.
Yeah, sure, let's thank the wretch.
I don't have enough words to thank you for what you've done for me. I haven't felt this way in years.
I'm glad I could help.
When I heard you were at the cemetery, I was sure I'd see you resurrecting the dead.
Not yet. Today I'm just praying for rest for Vasili's soul. The whole village is suffering after his loss. He was the elder here.
He cursed this place. Since he died, darkness and misfortune have hung over the village.
You see? To them, every harm comes down to witchcraft. They believe that after Vasili's passing, the village was possessed by some monster that howls at night or some other Yafiets.
We'll say that since the death of the village elder, a doom has hung over the village. Minor quarrels immediately turn into bloody fights, and people are tense and withdrawn. Things are not looking good. Sure, let's ask the woman about the ill fortune.
What changed in the village after the elder died?
It's all dreadful, sir. Everything's gone topsy-turvy. When folks get to arguing now, they're so hot-headed, before you know it, they're at one another's throats. Ladies have no patience for kids, nor lads for ladies, nor neighbors for neighbors. Any word might seem offensive and like an insult waiting to happen. Then you've got to fight.
Tragedies such as Vasili's death leave their mark on everyone. It takes time to come to terms with something like this. That doesn't mean this place is possessed by dark forces.
How did this elder die?
There was a fire, sir. Flames shooting sky high, and him burning, swearing, speaking curses. And the curse stuck. Those ruins seem a profaned place now. A wicked spirit has taken over the blighted land.
Don't encourage her. Once she gets going, it can't be stopped.
This could also be the work of a Salita.
What do you mean?
Vasili's death was not peaceful. The elder died in the flames that consumed his house. The ruins are thought to be cursed, and locals speak of them with horror.
As you were healing me, I had a dream, a vision. But on the borderline of sleep and wakefulness, I thought I saw a Salutor. That's what might be influencing the villagers in Wailing at night.
They're good people, but none too bright, Victor. I'm afraid they might be talking about a train.
The wise woman was saying the evil spirit is a book of hatch.
Does the creature hunting you rattle chains, slither around, and have a mouth full of giant fangs?
A book of hatch.
Where did this elder live?
I'll show you. Let's allow Vasili's soul to rest for today. Amen.
The woman in the cemetery claims the village is haunted by a lich. His name is Vukovac. Burned homestead. This has seen better days.
Can you feel it? It's the smell of mystery.
Door frame. Thick lines of the wood grain are visible in the frame. They arrange themselves into words, carved sharply as if by a chisel. They scream about an attempt to break down the door, about the hinges finally letting go. They scream into a space that does not respond. Fear has embedded itself deep in the fabric of the door frame. Fear of the flames and trepidation about losing a loved one.
A horrible death.
Place of death. The blood sounds like suffering. It flooded quickly. The wound inflicted with the scissors wasn't large, but it was accurate. Life left the body, the heart went into a spasm, and the mind recognized the end. It lasted for some time, and then the flames came, and the pain resounded anew. What else is around here?
True fear.
Ragdoll. The doll is caked with hard crust of fear. Its layers are like the varnish on an age-old painting. A child's fear, a girl's terror. A young woman's dread. They form a cocoon smelling of turpentine that constricts the throat and forces tears from the eyes. And a trace from Vesna. Interesting.
This house was always full of fear, and its owner was still alive when the house caught fire. Someone wanted to kill him. The fire only covered up the crime. The murder gave birth to the flaw that you attached to, didn't it? I'll find you when I track down the murderer. I know who owns this doll. Maybe I should give him back to her.
Maybe.
She ought to know more about what happened here.
Vesna's trace. The same trace could be felt on the ragdoll and the item dropped by the woman. Vesna smells of fear. Her nerves are badly strained. Her heart is trembling, her fingers are stiff from anxiety, and her mind wanders. Lost in the wilderness of fear, I may be able to find her home and discover what's behind her jittery condition.
Victor! I hope you've got what you want now, Thaumaturge. Because I think it's time to get out of here.
Uh-oh.
Why the hurry, Father? We're the Tsar's men. How about the donation for the Tsar's army?
There are no Russian outposts here.
I think this is the guy with the nice boots.
You're the guy who trashed our comrades?
Yep.
I can do exactly the same to all of you.
He's not as weak as he looks. He actually looks better than he did the other day.
But not counting the priest. He's still alone.
Not anymore, I'm not.
Time for thrashing. Okay, who's the first one to attack, actually? Okay, so it's you. Took me a while to understand how to read that. And sure. And I can punch you. Sure. With his attack, that's good. Let's do that. And broke his attack. Strong attack opportunity. Yes, please. Sure. Down you go. Ah, shit. What do I do with you? Sure. Take him out. And finally, go to sleep.
Are you alright, sir?
Me? Yes, but can these salutars also help you in a fight? Can you manipulate people and cast these demons into their minds?
Generally speaking, yes. Are you sure you're alright, sir?
Call me Grigori.
Let's head back. I have to visit someone in the village who can tell me more about what happened here.
Indeed. Okay, sure. Let's keep it balanced. What do we have on the way of upgrades? Reduces focus by 1 additional point. %60% chance of dealing double damage. And back to the village we go. But further investigations will have to wait for next episode. Thank you all very much for watching. As always, I have been Pope. Please do remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you all next time.